This was university computer communication not so long ago. Now we have BCnet. It's a rare event when researchers at our three major universities work in isolation. It's much more common for them to work with colleagues who may be across campus, or on one of the other campuses, or at a research center, such as Triumph or MPR Limited. For a growing number of experiments, conventional means of communication may be too slow, or too busy, or too expensive. In 1986, the University of British Columbia proposed that a high-speed, dedicated communications network be set up to link each campus and their associated research institutes. With funding first from the former Universities Council and later from the BC Advanced Systems Institute, that network was established. It's called BCnet. BCnet actually links together three existing campus networks. They've been in operation for several years, enabling scientists and engineers on each campus to combine computing power and share information. BCnet uses lines of coaxial cable to connect the lower mainland universities. Each is capable of carrying 1.5 million bits of information every second. The line between Triumph and UBC is made of state-of-the-art fiber optic cable. Its capacity is an astonishing 10 million bits of information per second. The line to the University of Victoria uses cable and a microwave link. At the present time, it has about 1/6 the capacity of the coaxial cable lines on the lower mainland. Plans are to upgrade the link to the island when the traffic demands it and sufficient funds are available. Each university has a computing center. It's the department that's responsible for managing traffic on the network and for ensuring that the service operates normally day and night. Now let's see how BCnet is being used. Dr. Lyle Robertson is a professor of physics at the University of Victoria. His area of research is high-energy physics, the realm of subatomic particles. The University of Victoria is one of the partners in Triumph, the nuclear research facility across the Strait of Georgia near the University of British Columbia. With BCnet, Dr. Robertson and his colleagues at the University of Victoria can use the Triumph computer to analyze recently obtained data. He or a graduate student from the University of Victoria on the experimental team and resident at Triumph can analyze the data taken at Triumph on a computer at Victoria. Terry Hodges, a Triumph engineer located at the University of Victoria, can easily coordinate his design work with the experimental facilities group at Triumph. He can transmit drawings from his workstation in Victoria to his colleagues in Vancouver, all thanks to BCnet. Triumph is BC's gateway to other networks and computers at similar research facilities in Japan, California, Eastern North America, and Europe. The actual number of so-called nodes is now well over 10,000. Therefore, by entering the right password, scientists and engineers at any BCnet terminal can log onto those computers for additional processing power, access to special programs, or to obtain the latest information on other projects. Dr. Robertson takes advantage of this facility all the time.
I'm using software developed at the University of Victoria to analyze data taken during the UA1 experiment at CERN in Geneva. The diagram of the detector system shows the collision of two particles within the detector. We can determine their momentum, the type of particles, the frequency, and by observing these we can get information about the forces that occurred during the collision. BCnet allows us here at University of Victoria to collaborate with colleagues at UBC and at Triumph on analyzing experimental data. We use the computers at UVic, UBC, and at Triumph, wherever the most appropriate programs reside.
With this computer at Simon Fraser University, Dr. Tom Calvert and his associates are working on problems having to do with robot vision.
Robot vision is a computer-based system which allows a mobile robot or autonomous vehicle to sense the world around it. It's important, however, that this system be able to work very quickly to find the significant features in the scene.
With his research associate Severin Godet, Dr. Calvert uses a video camera to capture still pictures. These digital images can then be enhanced on the computer for analysis.
Finding a way for a robot to navigate in the real world is a major challenge for artificial intelligence research. One of the simplest and most important things is to be able to find sharp edges in a scene. Having found those edges, you may be able to deduce what are the free paths for the robot to move through.
Now, it so happens that Bob Woodham and his colleague Tim Lee at the University of British Columbia are working on a similar line of research.
We have a Lisp machine very similar to Tom Calvert's at SFU, so we can work together using the communications link provided by BCnet. But we have something that Tom lacks. It's a unique piece of equipment called a convolver. It allows us to process a digitized image in hardware rather than with software, so it's much faster. A typical image can be convolved with a 32 by 32 window in seconds rather than in the many minutes it would take using standard software.
The convolver is not cheap, so it makes more sense for SFU to send its images along the BCnet to UBC, process them there and retrieve the enhanced image, than to buy and install its own hardware convolver. BCnet's first industrial member is MPR Limited, a subsidiary of BCtel. It's located in Discovery Park, near Simon Fraser University. BCnet makes it possible for MPR's design engineers to interact with researchers at other terminals linked by BCnet. For instance, a test design of a new microelectronic circuit at MPR can be instantly sent to a university colleague for review and, if needed, revision. The arrival of BCnet creates many exciting possibilities for university-industry collaboration, such as this. BCnet has been compared to a new highway that's been pushed into a wilderness. At first, only a few people use it. That's the situation with BCnet today. Then, as its availability becomes better known, the traffic increases. Like any new highway, BCnet will soon be connected to older networks and others still in the planning stage. The National Research Council, for instance, is planning a network to link all Canadian universities. That's why we call BCnet British Columbia's new information highway.